So what's going on, everybody? I want to give you guys this quick encouraging word tonight. I know a lot of you guys are going through a tough time. You feel like you're going down a path that the Lord has led you down, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. You're not seeing what you've sown. You're not understanding why it is that you're going through some detours. You feel like you're doubting even the path that God put you on, and you feel like you need to do something different, and you feel like giving up. You feel like getting counsel or guidance from somebody else. You feel like you need to get a second opinion. And a lot of you guys, quite frankly, you're not seeing and trusting the Lord. And I want to give you guys this word of encouragement. And I was looking at, a map, a navigation recently, just driving somewhere. And a lot of times it'll just give you the direct path, the path that you know that you have to go down. But in this instance, there was a detour that the navigation was allowing me to take. And I didn't, quite frankly, believe it. I thought that the other way that I normally go down would be faster, despite the traffic, despite, the holidays or whatever anomaly there was. But I didn't listen to it, and I went down the same path that I normally went down, thinking that it was the best option. But lo and behold, it was longer. It took me longer, and it added, an additional whatever minutes it was. And I regret listening to my own thoughts and my own opinions, because I should have gone down the path that the navigation told me to go down. And the same way goes for your life. As Christ is leading you, and as Christ is taking the driver's seat, there's a navigation. There's a app in the omniscience of God, where He's all-knowing. He knows what is in front of you. And in fact, it's not even a current data type of thing, where in the map app, what, based on the data and the information that you've been giving in that present moment, where you need to go. But instead, God has it where it's multidimensional. He knows exactly what's coming in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes, even though in that present moment, you see the traffic, you see all these different variables. But He has it. He has such information and data for your path, your condition, your circumstance, your whatever it is in life, such that He plans and pre-plans everything beforehand. And all you have to do is trust Him. All you have to do is let Him take the driver's seat and the wheel for you to be able to trust Him. And because we can't see it, because we're doubting, because we think that a path is better just because somebody else took it, just because you got advice and counsel from somebody who seemingly is reputable and has good wisdom, and it worked for them, and it worked for somebody else, it worked for a multitude of people. But because you've been convicted, you've been given this path, but you don't trust it in between that time you were asking, when are we gonna make it, Lord? How much longer, Lord? What is it? Where is it that we are at? And you were not trusting in his path. You're not trusting in the street, the direction, the navigation that He's provided for you. But instead, you were doubting that He had to take you a different way, and now you're prolonging it. I want to encourage some of you guys, because God, He knows all of it. He knows the path that you're going down. He understands your depression. He understands your doubt. He understands that you're second guessing. He understands that there's no fruit in that in-between time. He understands that you have to go through this period for which you have to question yourself. You have to question God. You have to question your circumstance and really see, Lord, is this the conviction? Is this the faith that I have in You? Do I trust You? Is this of You, or is this of the devil? Is this something that is of my flesh, or is this of the Spirit? And you have to wrestle through these things in this time. And so even though you might be in a downcast state, even though you might be in a position to throw in the towel, even though you think that it's not working out, that just because for your circumstance, your condition, it's not what you thought it would be, nor what your smart friends and your spiritual leaders and everybody else in the world is telling you. But God has a specific path for you. And all you have to do is trust Him. All you have to do is lay down your life at the foot of the cross. All you have to do is submit everything unto Him. Why is God such a small God, such that He doesn't know what's in front of you 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes ahead? You can't just take the information. God doesn't take just the information in that present moment to make a decision for you in the future. Rather, He knows in a 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, multi-dimensional format, such that the things that are not predicted, the things that are not known in the future, He accounts for those things. And He brings that into the picture such that He can take your path and deviate you to the left or to the right, even though it seemingly may look longer, even though it seemingly doesn't make sense, even though it seemingly doesn't match up with your role models and your spiritual leaders and everybody else that had that path for you. But you have to in your walk with him, in your relationship with him, trust him. And you can't be asking, when are we going to arrive, Lord? When is it? What time? How do we get there? What is it? You keep asking for validation. You keep asking for a little bit more just to get yourself going, just to make yourself feel good. But God, he wants you to just fully surrender and to trust him. He wants you to fully lay down everything in front of him at the foot of the cross, such that he can completely take you and he can completely move you from point A to point B. And even if that point A to point B looks unconventional, even if that point A to point B is not straight, even if it makes you go down a twist and a turn and even backwards in order for you to go forwards, he's wanting that. And that's the plan he has for your life. But because you're in doubt, because you want to give up, because you're so depressed, because you think you need to get affirmation from somebody else, because you think you have God doesn't have the answers and he lost you and he threw you away, I'm here to tell you he did not. He knows you from before you were born. He knew you in the womb, Bible says. And God knows you in your circumstance right now. He knows the depressive state, the thoughts, the doubt, the anxiety, the fear, all these things that's clouding you and making you second guess the path God has for you. But the Lord says to trust me. The Lord says, have faith in me. The Lord says, I want you to be in total surrender. And so that's the encouraging word I have for you guys. Keep going, trust him. And this, if it is a validation and a word of encouragement to some that have been in that slump, that struggle, that doubt, and this is for you. So may you take it, may you go to the Lord with it and be encouraged, guys. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.